Hello and welcome to AirgunWeb.com in our series called Take Aim. Spring air guns represent the best power to price ratio on the market today. But that power comes at another price. They can be very difficult to shoot accurately, especially the really powerful models. Actually putting all that power on target takes proper technique and a whole lot of practice. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to harness the power of that new Springer you just bought and what tools may help you unlock its potential. Let's go ahead and get started. So we just got home with our brand new air gun. Now, what do? I bet you the first thing we do is we go ahead and just ignore the manual, throw the scope on the gun, set a target up at 30 yards, and, well, then the frustration starts, doesn't it? For some reason, and it's really got to be the gun, because it certainly couldn't be our technique or our lack of understanding about how spring guns work, but for whatever reason, we just can't get any accuracy. Now, there's lots of factors that can cause this type of scenario. And I got to tell you, 90% of the time, it's actually not going to be the gun. It's going to be us, the guys behind the trigger. So what do we need to do to get on paper and get consistent accuracy? First things first, let's get close. Spring air guns are not firearms. This is the first thing we need to get through our heads. Just because we can shoot our Ruger 1022 accurately at 100 yards does not mean we can shoot a spring gun accurately at 10 yards. Also, if you can't group at 10 yards, you'll never be able to group at 20, 30, or 50 yards. However, if you can start getting consistent group at 10 yards, then you can possibly, with practice, translate that into accuracy at 20, 30, and 50 yards. So the first thing you need to do is get close, get comfortable, and get consistent. Now, I have several different methods and techniques that I use when testing new air guns, and I always start at 10 yards. If it won't group there, then there's no need to go further. It's not going to miraculously tighten up at 20 or 30 yards. Now, here are the three tools of the trade that I use. The first is just some rolled up towels, and I tape them together so they maintain their shape. The second is a heavy rifle stand, and this top part is actually filled with BBs because it just seems to work for me. And the third is this MTM Predator shooting rest. Now, I use these so I can take me out of the equation. If the gun can shoot accurately, then it's just up to me to gain the necessary skills to tap into what the gun can do. Each spring gun is going to be similar, and at the same time it's going to be different. Now, here's what I mean. Generally speaking, every spring gun is going to want you to use some form of the artillery hold. And here are the basics. The first thing you're going to want to do is find the balance point of your gun, and you're going to just cradle it. You're not going to grip it. Now you're going to take the rifle with your trigger hand, and you're going to use a repeatable amount of pressure. You're going to pull that rifle into your shoulder. Again, with the pressure you'll be able to repeat exactly. Now, trigger control is key. You'll want to find a way to pull the trigger without impacting the hold in any way. Lastly, follow through. You need to be able to hold the position after you shoot and allow the recoil to finish. By implementing those basics, you can use all manner of devices to help you work out something that will be repeatable and give you the best accuracy with a particular air gun. Sometimes resting the gun in my offhand, supported by rolled up towels, is the best. Other times it's best when I use the weighted rifle rest, and then there are instances where the MTM shooting rest yields the best results. The key, regardless of what you use or how you use it, is repeatability. Because of the unique recoil forces produced by a metal spring or gas ram air gun, you have to hold it exactly the same way every shot to get consistent accuracy. So now let's put some of this into practice. I'm going to use the RWS-34 with just open sights. Why just open sights? Well, if you want to learn the secrets of your new air gun, remove all the variables that could negatively impact the inherent accuracy. Most bundle optics are really not that great, so if your gun has open sights, get accurate with just the gun first. Then when you add your scope, you'll have a known baseline to work from. So I have my RWS-34, And I'm going to use my heavy BB-filled rifle rest with my hand under the rifle supported by the rest. Now, pellet choice is critical, and we've covered that in the past. I'm using a pellet that's known to be accurate in this gun, the H&N Field Target Trophy, with a 5.55mm head size. Now it's time to just settle in and find out what hand position and grip tension is going to give me the best consistency. Now, after shooting a while, I found that cradling just ahead of the rifle's balance point and using a relatively light grip gave me the best results. And here's how it looks in action. So let's go ahead and wrap things up. Spring guns do deliver great power on the target, provided you can hit the target reliably. So here's some key things to remember when you're learning how to shoot your new spring airgun. First, read the manual regarding break-in and the initial maintenance. 2. Remove variables. Shoot with open sights if available before trying to use that scope. 3. Get close and get comfortable. Shooting long range is fun, but you'll have a lot more fun if you actually hit what you're aiming at. Getting consistent up close will help you achieve your ultimate goals. And 4, be patient. It takes a lot of practice to learn how a spring gun wants to be shot. So take your time and don't get discouraged. Well, this wraps up another episode of Take Aim. I want to thank the folks at Pyramid Air for sponsoring our channel and for sponsoring this series. Please be sure to visit my site, www.airgunweb.com, for a list of the items we used in this video along with their related links. Until next time, this is Rick Utzler with airgunweb.com. Thanks again for watching.